Papercrafting. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. So let's see if anybody's here watching me, or let's see if I'm on my own maybe. Oh, hi, there's Claire. Good to see you, Claire. What have you been up to today? Sorry about the shadow going on here. I've just changed all my desk around, well, late yesterday afternoon, and yeah, gave it all a good clean. And this surface I didn't realise was really reflective. I'm used to having my grid paper on top, so if I pop that on, it might be a bit easier to look at. Let's do that. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? We haven't got the shine on. Hello, Jackie. Thank you. I'm so glad you made it at the beginning today, because you came in right at the end, didn't you, last week? So it's good to have you along. So I wonder if anyone else, we've got 4 watching, so hopefully we'll get some more comments shortly. Wendy, hi, thanks ever so much for coming along. Great to see you. You've been busy today? Busy creating? Oh, that's a shame, Jackie. Do you know, it's, oh, I love technology until it goes wrong, don't you? Well, let's explain what I'm going to do today, because I've said making furniture, haven't I? And I bet you're thinking, how can you make furniture with Stampin' Up products? Well, it's not. I'll let you into a little secret. It's not actually real furniture, okay? So what it is, I'm having a weekend away next weekend, going away Friday night, and going to stay with I was going to say an old friend, but that doesn't sound very complimentary, does it? A friend I've had for a long time. That's the better way of putting it. And I always like to take a little gift when I meet people, friends, especially when I haven't seen them for a while. So I had a look through my little stash of bits and pieces, my little bottom drawer, and I found some lovely tea lights with a nice scent to them. These just look like plain white tea lights, I know that, but they're actually white jasmine, and they do smell absolutely gorgeous. So I thought I would make some kind of gift box for them. And I looked at all the sort of options, things I've done before, little boxes with, acetate windows, and maybe a little bit of die cutting in the lid to let the aroma come out. And I thought, oh, I've done all these before, I want to do something different. Oh, hi, Hills. Thanks for coming along. Great to see you. Kay, long time no see. Really nice to have you along for a chat. I hope you're well. So I decided for these candles, I would make a mini chest of drawers. And you know, these things you start and you sort of get a third of the way into it and think, oh, why did I start this? But I think in the end it will be worth it, and I hope you all enjoy it, provided I don't go wrong and get myself in a bit of a muddle, which, you know, I'll warn you I might do. Okay, so I've started with Mossy Meadow cardstock, because Chris absolutely loves green. Green is her favourite colour. For many years, she worked in a garden centre, and so really loves plants. So this is going to be a reflection on that. So let's start. I was looking for some green tea lights, but sadly I only had 3 left, and I couldn't really make much with 3. So we went with the jasmine, but I'm sure she'll appreciate the jasmine. Okay, so to start my little chest of drawers, I'm going to make the first drawer. And I've taken a piece of cardstock that measures 5 1/8 of an inch square. So I'm using my trimmer to score with. I find that the easiest method these days. And I like to use the bottom part here when I don't need to measure too much of a distance. I don't need to put this out. I use the bottom because it's close to my little eyes and I can see it better. So I put the right hand side up against the 1/2 inch mark here, using the little grey scoring tool, and then move it along to 1 inch and repeat. Turn it 90 degrees and go again at 1/2 inch and 1 inch, back again, 1/2 inch and 1 inch, and the last one. Okay, so all the way round we've got lines at 1/2 inch and 1 inch. So let's move that out of the way because I don't need that anymore. Obviously, when you're making anything from cardstock, you do need to fold and burnish those lines, and that's what the bone folder's for. So really give them a good burnish. I mean, you need to do this when you're just making a greeting card, but when you're making boxes, this burnishing is absolutely crucial to get it done really, really well. So do many of you make 3D projects? Is this something that you do a lot of, or you wouldn't mind getting into doing a bit more of it? It's always my favourite, actually. 3D projects have always been my favourite thing, although I do find myself making more cards these days. But then I don't like to make too many things that I'm not going to use. So I love that I've actually got a reason for making something special like this. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Up snips, which are brilliant. They're nice and sharp and they cut beautifully. The card was 5 1/8 inches square. Now I'm going to make this so that the sides of this box are reinforced. That's why I've done the 2 score lines all the way around. So you start by cutting up the 1 inch score line to the second score line, and again at the 1/2 inch right up to there. Then turn it, cut this one just up to meet that one, and then cut that one right off. So you've left this little tab here. So then you turn it so that the next corner is in the right hand, and you do exactly the same thing again. So Jackie says she loves making 3D items, usually a treat box. Yep, I've made a lot of little treat boxes and pouches, normally containing chocolate. I think, you know, that's everyone's favourite, isn't it? You know, unless, as Heidi pointed out earlier, you can't do that for anyone who's diabetic. So, you know, you do miss out sometimes. And, you know, I often do scented candles these days because it's not detrimental to your health, and I think most of us like a scented candle. So just once more with this same, you notice I'm doing exactly the same every single time because I'm just moving it round 90 degrees every time, so I get to the next corner. So as with any box, I like to just cut the edges of each of the tabs, just miter the edges, and then they fold in better. So being right-handed, I find it easier to go round and cut off the right-hand side of each one, and then if you turn it over, you can then, the left-hand side becomes the right-hand side, and it's easier to cut that one off. Like so. There we go. So let's just get rid of all those little bits. So there we have it. Now at this point, I want to put a little bit of ribbon in that I'm going to use to pull open my box. So I need to make a little hole for that, and it's always easier to do it while your cardstock's flat. Now it doesn't matter which, these are all the same, so you can use any side you want. And I'm just going to go in with a pencil and sort of look for the center. So if I use my grid paper here, I reckon that's about the center. You know, if you're, you know, if you want to measure this, then yeah, go ahead and do it. Oh, my pencil doesn't seem to want to work, but that looks near enough to me. Now I've still got this 1/8 inch circle punch, which I find really useful, but unfortunately, as with a lot of things, Stampin' Up have retired this punch, which is a shame. But whatever punch you've got, or you can even just use a pokey tool or something to make a hole. It's not crucial what you use. So I've taken a piece of this Daffodil Delight ribbon because it's the only narrow ribbon I had, and unfortunately this is discontinued as well. Sorry. But yeah, you can use a piece of twine, you can use the ribbon, whatever you like. So I'm just going to pull it through. It is a bit fiddly, I grant you, so just use whichever method is easiest for you. And pull the loop through to the right side. And I only want a tiny little bit like that. And then to secure the ribbon on the inside, push it down nice and firmly. Hello, Shirley. Didn't see you come on there. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us. So I'm just going to take this piece of tear and tape, double-sided tape, whatever you like to call it, and pop that over the top like so. And then I like to press that very firmly down with my bone folder. I see Anne hasn't made it today. I hope she's okay. She did say she was really tired last night, so maybe she's not feeling so good. Oh, I didn't mean to do that yet. Getting a bit ahead of myself, girls. Sorry. Right, now, as I said, Chris loves plants, so I've taken this paper. Now, this paper, sadly, has been discontinued. It was called It's Beauty of the Earth, which went with our gorgeous Beauty of Friendship stamp set. Absolutely gorgeous set, this one. The papers are gorgeous, and I've still got them, so I'm using them. So whatever papers you've got, just use them. Even if they are not available anymore, that's fine. Just use what you like. Amanda, hello Amanda. Is this your first time watching us live? I can't remember seeing you here before. I apologise if I've missed you before, but whichever, it's really good to have you along. So I've taken a piece of the Designer Series paper and I cut it down to 2 7/8 square, and that's 1/4 of an inch smaller than the area of the inside of the box. And this is just going to make a nice lining. Now, you don't have to do this. You don't have to go this far with your box if you don't want to. That's absolutely fine. And if I'm making, you've been once or twice live. All right, thanks for coming back, Amanda. Yeah, if I'm making a lot of treats, then I might not go as far as lining the inside. But if I'm just making, you know, the odd one for somebody, then I'll you know, go a little bit further and just make it that extra special bit for them. Extra special bit more is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I'm not quite sure what I'm trying to say, but I'm sure you know. Right, so that I can carry on, I've taken just a normal house peg there, and that holds the tab in place while I move round to the next ones. You're from Perth? Wow. So I can't see Heidi on yet. Heidi usually comes to watch, and she's from, she's near Brisbane. And Lisa, I think Lisa was going to come along too. She's in, I'm not quite sure where Lisa is. She's in Australia. So you must all know each other. Just like I know everyone in Britain. Hilary, how are you enjoying Blackpool? I'd forgotten you were in Blackpool actually. So I'm quite surprised that you managed to come on today. Are you in the bar with everyone and everyone's watching me? No, of course not. Okay, so that's the pegs in place to help that all to dry up. So while that's drying, I'll just show you the next step, which will happen shortly. Yes, you would, Amanda. They do watch lots. Oh, you're home now, Hills. Okay, right. Oh, yes, I remember now. You did say you'd be home Saturday, but probably not on the farm till Sunday. Yeah. Now, with this other piece of cardstock, I'm going to make a wrap for this. So each drawer is in its own sort of little runner. Okay. And I've cut this so that it's the same width, which is 3 1/8. And it's 7 7/8 long. Okay, so that's what that piece is for. Now I think this should be dry now, so I'm going to go ahead with the pegs off. Now this is when I'm going to take the backing off this tear and tape here. So I need to use my tweezers just to do that, and I'm sorry I can't see that. If I lift it up like this, so I'm just peeling that off, but I'm also going to put glue on this tab. Oh, you came home yesterday, right? Okay. I like the way that you couldn't even remember when you came home. It's an age thing, isn't it? Okay, so let's use my bone folder to get inside here. The bone folder is so useful for so many things. The flat edge, you know, to just flatten something out, make sure that it's all nice and evenly, the glue's evenly distributed. And this, here's Lisa. Hiya, thanks for coming along. The point in the bone folder is brilliant to get into those little corners and make sure that the glue's sticking down really fine. Okay. Right, so get that nice and firmly stuck down. I always use a wet glue when I'm making boxes. For me, it's what I know I can rely on. Thank you very much, Lisa. Yeah. Please like the video. If you can't do it now, do it on your way out. I'd really appreciate that. And anyone who's not already subscribed, would be really nice to get some more subscribers. Yeah, wet glue always works on a box for me, but if you have a different kind of adhesive that you know you can rely on, then by all means use that. That's absolutely fine. Thank you, Shirley. But yeah, use what works for you. But remember, when you make a 3D project, So many people will keep it for a long, long time. And if you're not using a good adhesive, the heating in our houses will sometimes melt the glue, and what you've made could possibly start to come apart. So for longevity, use a good adhesive. That's always assuming that people are going to keep what you've made, you know. Obviously, if they don't think it's that brilliant, they might just tuck it away anyway. But I think I like to think they might keep it. So that's the tray for the drawer, and that fits my 4 jasmine scented tea lights beautifully. So to make the wrap, the slider, whatever you want to call it, to go in, that's what this piece of card, which is 3 1/8 by 7 7/8 long. So let's just bring back my trimmer to do the scoring on this bit. Now this is not as easy. Sorry, this is not as difficult as it might look. You just have to do something a little bit different. Oh, hi Esther. Thanks for coming along. Just for you, Esther, because I shan't be using them today. My big scissors called Ellie, okay? Just for you. I know this is why you come to see my big scissors, so here they are. Do not want to disappoint you. So, oh, let's pull that up. I knew you'd feel better once you saw them. We don't want you having withdrawal symptoms, do we? So I'm starting to make the runner, if you like, or wrap or slider, whatever you want to call it. So I'm putting the right hand side of my cardstock up against this 1/2 inch mark, and I'm scoring. Then I'm going to take that out and fold and burnish. Then I'm going to place that folded part up against the 3 1/8 inch mark, and that is the width of our drawer. Now, if I scored it bang on the 3 1/8, this would be too tight. It wouldn't wrap around the box. So we need to make it a tiny little bit wider. And all you do is move this piece here just along a little bit. I can only say a little bit. You'll see some markers, so don't move it all the way to the next marker, just somewhere before it. Oops, I've just moved that. So let's get back to the 3 1/8 and move it along a little bit. And score again. And again, fold that one, and I fold it back again the other way and burnish. And again, you put that folded piece, the folded piece here, not the end. Now this time it's going to go to the 1/2 inch mark, and then move it up a little bit again, just a tiny bit before the next line. Sorry, I've done that the wrong way. Right, sorry, you need to be moving it 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch, let's put it under there. So this line, right, you move it up to the 1/2 inch and then a tiny bit more. And score. Fold. Amanda says that I have my scissors and Esther has her washing stories. Yeah, you're so right. You're so right. Yeah, we always remember the washing when we see Esther, don't we? She does love putting her washing on the line. Airing your dirty washing. Okay, so we're back to So if I can just show you what I've done. I've got myself a bit confused here. So we've come like this, okay? So now we need to make the final score line to come down this side. So let's go from here, and we need to be scoring at, let me get this right now, so from the fold line, yeah, that's it. We put the fold line on the 3 1/8 and a little bit more. Okay, and then fold, burnish, oh, do you know what, Amanda? My dad always called me Ellen, so I'm quite used to it. So then you'll find that these should fit in quite nicely, like so. Now that 7 7/8 is what it measured the first time I did it, but obviously when you're making these boxes, sometimes it comes out to be a fraction too big. So what I do is I just take my trimmer or my big scissors and simply move it, you know, just a little bit away from that groove, and just cut a fraction off. And then the trick to make sure this all fits nicely is to actually glue it while it's around the box, and then you can tell it's the right place. Okay, so I'm going to pop it up like that, and I'm going to put the glue on this piece underneath, and make sure you chuck all your candles out. That always helps, which is not what I meant to say. Make sure that you put the glue right up, oh fiddlesticks, I can't show you, but make sure you put the glue right up to the edge on that piece of cardstock. This is a bit fiddly. Right, make sure the glue is right on the edge here so that this sticks down well. So if I do it that way, so that the part the glue's on is going like this. Yep, you could make a lantern card to go with it. So you've got your little drawer there, okay, a lined drawer with your 4 candles in. And I've just had a little smell, and they are absolutely gorgeous. Yes, I've seen these little chest of drawers with easel cards on top, Shirley. Yeah, used to make them quite a few years ago. So then all you do is take each one, so I've done 3, but you can make it as tall as you like, and pop them one on top of the other, and then the front looks like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue these all together now. So yes, these are 2 I made earlier. So just go around with your fingers, make sure they're all lined up well, like so. And it's always better, you keep it stable by keeping the candles in there, so that you've got something to rest on while you're pushing things together and making sure it all fits. thanks, Shirley. You know, this has been around for a long time. Not this specific chest of drawers, but making drawers and slip covers. You know, I learned it from somebody else long time ago, and it's just a case of you know, making the slip and then doing something with them all. Kay says, now we all know what Ellie keeps in her drawers. Oh, dear. Now, I'm going to put one piece on the top here. It's not going to be seen, not going to be obvious because I'm going to add something all around the outside now, but I do think, you know, you can see the top. So I am going to pop that in there. On there, sorry. So now you've got 3 lined drawers in the chest like that. So that's my little chest of candles. Now who's airing her dirty washing? Oh, I do like it when we can all have a bit of a laugh here. So I want to cover this up here. So I'm just going to I need to put, I will have to take the drawers out for this. And I'm going to pop, it doesn't really matter which way around it is, but I'm going to put the cardstock in, and I'm going to just, or like at the bottom one I can glue on the outside. The top one I'm just going to glue inside. So I'm going to score it again like I did the others. Hello Cindy, thanks for coming along. A bit early for you, but I really appreciate it. What time is it? Oh, come on. So just fold that one and burnish. Right, so I'm going to glue that one in, and I'm not going to cut this bottom until I know exactly how much I need, because the measure, I think I'll just snip the corners off here. 7 a.m. Oh, Cindy, are you out on your porch having your morning coffee? I've seen Cindy's porch. It's so gorgeous. Okay, so this bit's going to go in here. Yeah, much easier if you just take those little corners off. Yeah, I'd want to still sleep at 7 a.m. I did wake at that time this morning, but I didn't actually, well, I think actually I might have got out of bed and gone to the bathroom, but I certainly didn't stay up. So I'm just going in here. I could do it around this way, couldn't I? How stupid. Going like that with my bone folder inside there, making sure that's stuck down really, really well. And then I think the best thing to do here to make sure I get this with enough is just to do a little pencil mark here, and then pop it into my trimmer and do the score line. Sometimes you can't always measure because it's going to be, you know, a fraction of an inch out, and it's not going to work. So that will fit quite nicely there. And I can actually stick the whole thing down because the bottom's going to be covered. You won't see the bottom. So this will make sure it's really well stuck together like so. So I'll turn that over, just put my bone folder in there. Hello Louise, nice to see you. Thought it was one layer. Right, I haven't pushed that down far enough, so I need to just adjust that to get that stuck down really well. You thought it was one layer. Sorry, you meant, did you mean you thought it was only one drawer? Okay, so here we are. Thank you, Louise. So then I'm just going to finish off with, Esther says, so neat. Thank you. You weren't sure I was going to do the excess card yet. Okay. So, I mean, you can leave it like this. It's fine. It looks great. You know, maybe you could just put more card on the sides, whatever you like. But I wanted to pop this on the side and just make it stick together at the top, so it kind of looks like a tiny little house roof or something. Anyway, that's my idea. So I'm going to just find the middle of the cardstock. Is this 12 inches? It is. It didn't look 12 inches. Wow. So if we go to here, pop that in the middle. And then I think the best way to do this is just to push it into place with my finger like so. And then I'm going to glue all down the sides here. Put plenty of glue on. Or again, if you've got another kind of adhesive that you trust and rely on, you can use that. But for me, the glue is what I trust and what works for me. Hello Heidi, nice to have you along. We've almost finished, but never mind. And then I'm going to pop that one round as well. Hello gorgeous person Heidi. So then I'm going to pop the glue on here. Like so. So I didn't lie to you, did I? It is making furniture with Stampin' Up products. Louise said, thank you for the mini Lindor chocolate ball holder. I made loads for my Christmas gifts. Oh, Louise, I'm glad you liked that. Yeah, it was something I made sort of quite by accident, really, because, yeah, I got those little balls. I actually got them as a gift, and I'm not allowed to eat that much chocolate. So I thought I'll share this with someone else. Yeah, came up with that little box and I was quite pleased with it. Thank you. Esther, I have a flying visitor. Sorry, I don't get that one. Next week, a bedroom suite. Right. I might leave that to you, Esther, because I'm not going to be here next week, so I can't make a bedroom suite. Well done, Amanda. Esther, we want to see you make a washing machine. Kitchen sink, yeah. Actually, I have made a washing machine card. So years ago, I used to do the iris folding, and I made my brother is a washing machine engineer, and so I made the center bit with the iris folding, so it looked like the clothes going round, and I drew a washing machine around it. So yeah, I have done a washing machine, but not actually constructed one. Right, so this I'm just gonna stick together at the top here, and I'm not going to fold or anything. I'm just going to stick it like so, and I'm going to just have to sit here and hold it for a while. And the kitchen sink I made a cake, which was a kitchen sink, and I made like a work unit, a worktop with a kitchen sink, and a girl sat on the floor because she'd drunk too much wine while she was washing up, and she collapsed, and that was a commission. Anyway, that's just, you know, a bit of useless information, but that's what you come for, isn't it? Heidi says, Ellen is way higher than you, Ellie, and she is at 4% and you are at 100%. I don't know what you mean. Oh, there's something buzzing in here. Is that the flying? Oh, that's the flying visitor you were talking about. Oh my goodness me, it's a wasp. And here I am, very calm. Have you noticed? I'm very calmly carrying on, holding on to my little box. So Amanda made a Mickey Mouse Club house cake once. Wow, gorgeous. So is anybody else having trouble hearing me? Anyway, so if I turn it this way, that's the little box with the little kind of sort of arched lid, and then you can see the designer series paper inside there. And here we go. There's our drawers that come out and show these gorgeous jasmine tea lights. So I'm glad the volume's okay everywhere else. Heidi says, all is well. I was stupid. What? You couldn't have been stupid, Heidi. You're not stupid at all. This is a little bit like a milk carton now, isn't it? Ah, right. So it was your device that was turned down. Well, I'm glad you sorted it out anyway, Heidi, because it would have been awful if you couldn't hear me. Okay, so I hope you like this idea, and maybe you will have a go yourself. Yeah, me and my milk cartons, eh? Well, I can't hear the buzzing, Shirley. Let me just have a quick... No, it seems to have gone, thankfully. You know, it's what they say, isn't it? Just ignore it and it'll go away. It does look a little bit like a birdhouse, doesn't it? But I just thought it was just something a little bit different. And I thought what I could do is, if I want to write a little note, I could write a little note and just, let me just show you what I've got just going on in my head at the moment. I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper here. I could write, oh, this is really scrap. Sorry, I've just taken this out of the bin. I can, you know, just put something on a message on a piece of paper, and it can just roll up and pop in there. Secret message. What are the knobs made of? It was the yellow ribbon. Do you remember me telling you earlier I took out the Daffodil Delight narrow ribbon that I've had for many years? But, you know, any narrow ribbon. Yeah, if you want to watch it back, Heidi, you'll see how I secured it. Yeah, you could make one of those little post boxes that you see them around England in old villages, and they're in stone walls, aren't they? Really cute. Well, I'm glad you all like that. I really enjoyed making it. You know, after I said when I first started this, I did think, oh, why would I start this? But I'm really chuffed with it. It is actually exactly how I had envisaged it, because I haven't made one before. I just sort of decided. I often do this. I've got a project in my head, and then, you know, sometimes I make one before I do a YouTube video, and sometimes I don't. So let's sorry, I was trying to read the comments and talk, and I'm not intelligent enough to do that. Right, so I'm really pleased that it did turn out the way I had it in my mind. Oh, thanks, Heidi. Very cute. Yep, that is nice of you to say so. Oh, and you've been washing up. That's okay. Hang on a minute. Heidi, this is not on. It was David's turn to wash up, not yours. I'm going to be having words with him. Esther says, let's help Ellie teach 1K. Oh, did you mean reach 1K? Oh, wow, that would be amazing. It really would. Thank you. Can I message your live streaming? Yep. You can, but I'm just finishing now. People can obviously watch the replay. And Heidi says, oh, David did do 99.9% of the washing up. No, got to do the whole thing. Esther says, what's the email? You just washed a bottle. All right, okay. I take it back, David. Sorry. Shirley, email me. Oh, sorry. I thought she meant, yeah. Yeah, email me at ellie2308@talktalk.net. Oh, yeah, okay. Shirley, I just use my iPad. For some reason, it works on an iPad, but not on a phone. So that's the answer to that. I did nothing special. I just tried it one day when I was just messing about, and it worked. So yeah, give it a go on your iPad. Right, well, that's me done. And I'm going to go down now, make myself a nice cup of tea and watch a bit of TV. Lovely to have you all along today. Oh, and can I just say that for those of you that weren't here at the beginning, I've made this for my friend Chris, who adores green and plants. And I'm going to stay with her for the weekend next Friday night. So that's what it's for. And so I won't be here to do a live next Saturday. What I will try and do is record a video and schedule it to appear at 2:30 next Saturday. All right. Okay, so if you have a go at this, then I'd love to see a photo of it, and you can put that on my Facebook page, which is Ellymentry Crafters. Okay. So Shirley says, I'll try. Love joy chatting with you and everyone. I'll try. Loved joining chatting with you and everyone. Thank you. Thanks for wishing me a good time, Esther. And you're going to miss my scissors, Esther. Really. I'll try and remember to put them into the recording. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go now. Thank you again for watching, everybody. As always, there'll be a link to the online store and digital catalogues in the description box below. Okay, bye-bye, everybody.